welcome back. In this quick video, I want to discuss the fun topic of Realia or authentic materials in the ESL classroom. So let's start off with a simple definition. Realia or authentic materials, for the sake of simplicity, I will consider them one and the same. They are, in essence, objects that represent or display the language, but yet are not readily made for ESL students or made for the ESL classroom. I want to give you two very basic examples of a non-Realia or authentic and Realia or authentic, just to make that crystal clear. Let's imagine we have flashcards. Those are inauthentic, those are not Realia, or readings within our textbooks. We have, let's imagine we have a reading that has to do with taking a trip, or we have flashcards that match taking a trip. Those are part of our textbook. There's nothing wrong with them, they're just not Realia. If we wanted to integrate some type of Realia, we could, for instance, print off or bring with us a brochure of an authentic brochure that deals with travel, and it has all the real language that would be used in real life. So that would be example number one. Example number two would be in your book, maybe you have a matching activity. Let's give it some context. Let's imagine you're teaching young children and they have a very simple activity where they match nouns or adjectives, and they're learning things like colors or shapes or texture, soft, hard, hot, cold, whatever. And they have some kind of worksheet. If I want to integrate in Realia into that task, I could bring objects to the classroom. I have some fun ones here for us to look at. Maybe I could bring objects based by color. Here you have an orange ball and you have blue envelopes. We have orange and blue. I could also do them by size or texture. This would be a soft item, just to give you some ideas. And I could lay out all these little items and have the students sort them. Even young children are able to sort. So I have them put all the orange items into this basket. It's rolling off the table. Or I have them put all of the hard items into a basket, and they can do lots of different sorting activities with that same vocabulary from our textbook. Those are just two basic ideas of things that are not Realia or authentic versus things that are tactile Realia or authentic materials. I'm going to give you just a few more items just to give you some ideas of things that you can do to integrate Realia or authentic materials into your classes. Another common idea would be the use of medicines. Here we have some syrup, I have some off spray, I'm not sure if that counts. Band-Aids, for instance. If I don't have them in my native language, I can print off from the internet maybe the back in front of a Band-Aid box and put them on the one to cover up the non-target language, be it Korean, Japanese, whatever. And it would still work because the object is still there. Medicines or things for the body actually contain a lot of very useful vocabulary. Maybe we could practice following directions on them, and they could be used, for instance, in a chapter on health. Other ideas would be the integration of authentic advertisements. Often they have a lot of nice color, a lot of things we can talk about. Advertisements from English magazines, newspapers, right? Authentic newspapers, and we could do activities such as skimming and scanning or analysis of advertising. Other things that are very common for ESL would be the use of maps. Maybe it would be nice to use a map from their home country and use that map to teach a variety of things, prepositions, directions, explanations of locations. All of those things can be used through using an authentic real map. And one final idea, just to get us thinking a little bit more, would be the use of ESP, which is English for specific purposes. So if we have adults, we could find materials that relate to their real needs. For instance, I can't find it at the moment. I have a receipt from a restaurant, and the receipt has real English language. Bills, maybe we have immigration paperwork that they need. Contracts, resumes, rental agreements that are real, authentic, that exist somewhere in the English-speaking world that I can bring into class as a real example of authentic materials. These are just ideas of ways you can integrate Realia and authentic materials into your class. I want to end with the idea that the whole point of integration of Realia or authentic materials is to hopefully trigger those senses and make retention greater by appealing to our visual learners, by allowing people to touch and smell or whatever it is our object is. And we also hope to bridge that gap between the real use of language, be them objects of tactile or reading, and our classroom environment. So those are some of the ideas you can do with Realia, the definition of Realia, and why we do use it. Thank you. I hope you got something out of that.